What's up, everybody? Great day for trading, great day for profits. We absolutely killed the plays today on Alibaba, SQ, Tesla, and AMD. Here's my watch list for tomorrow. SPY is kind of still not giving us much direction. A lot of chopping around in this area, this 417 up to 418.5 area. So tomorrow, again, we're just looking for a directional move. Hopefully up, but we'll see what happens. If it comes down to, at least it's something directional. Here's the main chart watch list, and I have a few side charts as well. The first one is going to be Facebook. So this one is up after hours, big time, up to 328. This is going to be a continuation play or a gap fill play. So if you're not, before I go any further, because there's a few of these gap up plays, if you're not familiar with a gap and go strategy, what I've done is put one up in the guides channel located in the Discord server. That's actually a clip from my masterclass series, but it's really relevant during these times, during earnings season when we have a lot of up gappers. So because it's so relevant, I just wanted to go ahead and put that information out there for everybody. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you go watch that video so you know how to implement a gap and go strategy. But that's what we're looking for on Facebook. All right, so simple continuation play into the highs, or probably a break below 320 or so for the gap fill back down to about 310 area. The next one on the main chart watch list will be Apple. Again, another up gapper. I've got a lot of lines here, but the main resistance that we were looking at this whole entire week pretty much was 135. So we had one morning where it gapped up over 135, but just didn't hold that level as a support. So tomorrow, what I'm looking for is for 135 to be validated as a support. As of right now, I wouldn't mind taking a long over 138. I wouldn't mind taking a long over 137. It's really going to depend on where this opens up at. There's still a ton of time between now and when the market opens to be determining trigger levels. So these levels that I'm giving right now, just use them as guidance points or reference points, and then understand that in the morning, you may have to adjust your trigger levels based on how the stock moves overnight. But for Apple, it definitely needs to hold 135 to have my interest. If it breaks below 135, I'm not even interested in trading it, at least not long. That may be a short opportunity. The third one on the main chart watch list for tomorrow will be QCOM, another up gapper play. I actually have not moved this trend line from at 145 ever since it was treating it as a support back in this area. So this is a good example of when technicals meet fundamentals, right? The fundamentals being the earnings report, the technicals being 145 as a resistance point. At this time, I will be looking for a break of 145 for the move up to probably 147.50 and then 150 if we get that true gap and go play. Otherwise, a break below 142 or 143, probably 142 to play it safe, will be a gap filled down to about 139 or 138 area. All right, so 3 up gappers on Apple, Facebook, and QCOM. And then here are a couple of alternate plays. We're going to call them side charts for now. And these definitely have the potential to make the main chart watch list, but it's going to depend, I think, on market sentiment. So the first one is going to be APHA. We got the gap fill here over $15. We've been looking for it to break 15 for quite some time. Actually, we had our trigger level set at 15.2, so beautiful move over 15.2. This was called out in the Discord server today by one of the play callers as it broke this price point and pushed up to 16. Very nice moves here. So now that it's over 15 and has filled the gap, we're looking for a continuation play. It's reclaimed the 50 EMA, which is good. That means that this is definitely on an uptrend from here. I think a price target of 17 is not out of the question. So it'll be a long idea over $16. It needs to, if it opens up above that, it'll be a long over 16.1 or 16.2. But yeah, this is looking great for a possible continuation play. It should validate 16 as a support, because what we know to be true about gap areas is that the top side and the bottom side of the gap area can act as support and resistance. So it should validate 16 as a support if it continues to push up from here. The next one will be Uber, UBER. I like this one as it's consolidating here, so a little bit of a different play. It's not a continuation play necessarily, but rather a range break. You see the consolidation over the 50 EMA. You see the larger pattern here. It's kind of like a big ascending triangle on the daily chart time frame. But it's bounced off of this bottom line nicely. It's pushed up to the top side of this range here. Resistance is pretty clear around the $58.5 price point. So that's going to be our trigger level for tomorrow. If it fails to break out over that, I really don't care if it trades within this range. I probably wouldn't be short on Uber unless it breaks, below 57.2 or even down here at 57. I'm really only interested in this if it breaks and runs. Okay, so 58.5 is going to be the mark to break over. Price target will probably be $60, closer to the top side of the range. I don't want to say 61 because that feels too exact, so I would be okay with a $1 move up to about 60, or $1.50 move up to 60. Unity Software, ticker U, has a similar setup to Uber. The difference being that it's not trading over the 50 EMA, it's actually trading below it. Still creating a range here. If we move to the 5-minute chart time frame, you actually can see it's creating a series of higher lows all the way up, and then we have a flat top level of resistance at around 106. That's going to be an ascending triangle right there below. That's forming below two major dynamic levels of resistance, those both being the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. This setup is screaming it has pop potential, but it needs to break 106 and hold. Right, so a price target I have in mind is going to be 110. Above that, probably 112. Okay, 112.5 or so. So above 106, price target of about 110 in mind. It certainly has the potential to make that type of move in one day. And above that, 112 or so. I like this one too because it's kind of been beat up for quite some time here. So it's definitely found support at 90. It's creeping its way back up. We'll see if the volume can come in tomorrow and give us a nice push up to the top side. The last one I want to mention is Snapchat, SNAP. So this one's actually up after hours. Kind of up after hours. The idea is that it could be a potential sympathy play with Facebook. Twitter also, right? TWTR is this one's definitely a sympathy play with Facebook, moving up close to the resistance at 68. But the main one that I want to watch is Snapchat. I think it has a clear, a more defined range. So resistance is at 63, support's at 58. Much like Uber, I don't care if this rejects at 63 and comes down. The only thing that I'm looking for here is a breakout over 63 and a run. All right, so it's consolidating over the 50 EMA, support here, resistance there. Just looking for a flat top level of resistance to be broken, and a move topside. So price target being 64, then 65. Big resistance here being at 66. All right, so press the like button if the videos helped you out. Quick review for you. Facebook, Apple, QCOM, all up gappers that we will be trading tomorrow. APHA looking for a continuation play. Unity, ticker U, Uber, and Snapchat. All of them have potential to make the main chart watch list. Just depends on where they open up at. We will be trading live tomorrow, so keep that in mind. If you're one of those people that relies heavily on the text alerts, when I'm trading live, I tend to just give the alerts out over the over voice as opposed to typing them out. It's just too much going on at one time to be able to do that all at once. So let's hope that the market moves as well as it did today for us, and we can actually call out some solid plays and make some money. All right, thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I will see you all in chat. By the way, if you didn't know and you want to trade with me, the link to join my Discord server is in the description. All right, so check that out. Come say hi. Feel free to backtest any of my strategies that you've that you've ever seen me post. They work. You just got to put in the work to learn them. All right. Have a nice day. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.